throws his boot. Is going to bounce into the end zone. So here comes Caleb Williams. A good third and short defense. Rarely do they get off the field in these situations. And Jones has to work for it, but just leans for a first down to the 37. Yeah, very tactical. They don't crank it like they did in Oklahoma when Riley was there. Williams keeps it on the edge and flips it to Taj Washington, and the Trojans' top receiver slips one tackle and is wrestled down at the 45. Another strong first down gain.
And he's thinking, should I collapse? Do I need to get outside? That's tough.
Keeps it, pitches it to the edge, and then again, Kyron Hudson makes the catch, and it's kind of like extended running play, right?
It is. And who's a physical receiver is how they adjust when he scrambles.
Flip it up the near side. This is Lake McCree, the tight end, and he's knocked down. Huskies defense backpedaling here. Trojans at the 38.
And
Williams on the edge, makes a man miss. Look at the spin move from Caleb, and he's out of bounds inside the red zone with a first down.
Well, everybody thinks that it's Trice coming down to take away Austin Jones, but
Williams lofts it to the corner of the end zone. Look for Rice. There were two Husky defenders there. Two flags come out. Javion Green was in coverage.
When the pretty good coverage, but when he doesn't find the ball.
Defense number 0. The foul occurred in the end zone. The ball will be placed at the 2-yard line. Automatic place down.
Yeah, once he loses the football, you see Rice trying to work back to it. He's going to be guilty of the pass interference.
And a tailback to the right of the quarterback. He's got it. And the speedster around the end into the end zone. USC. What an impressive opening drive.
Here's the AT&T 5G clicker. Watch how long he rides this. He's waiting to be able to make a decision. Waits. He realizes that his back with that speed can get to the edge and outflank the defense.
5-star out of Mater Dei High School in LA. Changed from receiver to running back, pressing the duties with Lloyd being out. What a start for Caleb Williams.
And he's trying to get into those tight windows, and last couple of weeks he's gone back to that a bit.
Under center, hands off to Dylan Johnson in the Mississippi State transfer. An aggressive stiff arm shoves a man to the ground and gets a first down. Bryson Shaw got trucked. There's 3 to the right. Penix with a screen finds a Dunze, has a block. It doesn't take much to get him free, and he bolts for a first down to the SC 41.
Well, when you have the big play threat, dropping that deep.
Off the first down, they play with some tempo. Trojans rush 3. Penix has time and delivers a beautiful throw on the sidelines to Josh Cuevas, one of 3 tight ends for the Huskies who get involved. Alex Grinch hearing it from some ex-Trojan greats and others about the defense at SC. Penix across the middle. He finds Nixon and gets the first down.
They're rushing 3. What Alex Grinch, at least on his first series, is doing. He
on 3rd and goal. Johnson, he just waltzes in. Penix and the Huskies answer Caleb Williams and the Trojans. Each quarterback 5 for 5 in the opening drive.
Heck of a game going here.
Trojan fans have seen a lot of that. Opponents get close, they punch it in. It's a bend and then break approach for USC's defense in the first possession. Gross with the PAT. Well, second possession for Williams and the Trojans. Caleb on the move, retreating, spinning, trying to create, lofting downfield, and coming all the way across to make the grab is Brendan Rice, working for his quarterback.
Well, that's the toughest thing, and Elijah.
Trojans need 8. Huskies crowd the linemen back out. Williams against a 4-man rush, steps up, launches down the middle, and it's dropped. It was a high throw, but Deuce Robinson had his hands on it and was thinking about 6. 4th down.
Well, Caleb Williams comes off from the left, finds the open man, and I really think he's guilty as a young player, thinking about where he's going to go with that football. Playing tight up here on the right. Here comes the blitz, possibly. He's showing.
Pressure comes. Penix steps up, launches downfield, but it's over the head of Giles Jackson, who's back in action today. Bryson Shaw was covering, and the Trojans up in great field position. Low snap. McAllister has it blocked. It was messed up from the start, and USC special teams come up with a huge play. Cade Eldridge got in there, the tight end. It was slow to develop, wasn't it?
It was. And it felt like he got that off a little bit late, and nobody picks him up.
They kind of playing hurt today. They weren't sure he could go. On 2nd and goal, Caleb Williams, keeper, and crosses the plane for his 10th rushing touchdown. And the Trojans take advantage of the block punt. A very quick TD drive. One of the many skills that he has. And the special teams get credit for this touchdown as SC jumps back on top in the final 35 seconds of the first quarter.
Him go to that next level and that dream that he has.
Penix, short throw. That's Odunze. Yeah, he said he celebrated, Giles Jackson celebrated Halloween with his son. It was Buzz Lightyear.
How about that? It's a good one.
Reverse. Jeremy Bernard looked like he wanted to throw it. Says, wait a minute, there's too much space. I'll just take off. Motors out near midfield. Penix threw a block out there.
Yeah, I love.
Penix checks it down to Rogers. Whoop, gets past a man. Tybo Rogers, he's shifty. Moves down inside the USC 35. Another first down, 14 more yards.
It's working. Looks great.
Over the middle, Odunze with blockers. Showing great patience, juking down inside the 15.
Another great call by Ryan Grubb. Look again, inadvertent, Bill said down there in the end.
Yeah. Penix from the pocket, spins free. Trying to mirror Cade Williams' creativity, launches the end zone. Caught! No signal. Did he hold it? Yes! Devin caught the tight end. Penix creates some magic. How did he come down? How did he find him down there in the end zone?
Boy, first of all, how did he get away from the pass rush to keep this play alive? Look at the receivers working back, and instead, what a throw. He goes up and over everybody.
Incredible escapability. You might say risky decision to throw it down there. It was a bunch of humanity, guys from both teams down there in that corner.
Yeah, it was Eric Gentry that
saw him back there. That vision is astounding. So Branch with the mishandled kickoff backs him up at the 5, and Jones immediately gets breathing room. First down across the 15.
I think what's cool about the timing of it was off. Trice almost blew that up.
Jones burst through. Austin Jones barrels deep into Husky territory.
And there's that look again where he gives him that zone read look. He's been pulling it a lot.
7 carries, stepping up with Lloyd down tonight. Play clock at 2. This is Darwin Barlow. Doesn't matter who's got the rock for the Trojans. Huge gains all the way down to the 1-yard line. Darwin Barlow, the TCU transfer. So runs of 31 and now 43, and from the 1, Barlow. Around the end, there's a flag down. Looks like there may have been too many folks on the field.
Yeah, Washington had too many. That was the vintage Caleb Williams and Lincoln Riley drive.
Offside, defense, and the penalties declined. The result of the play is a touchdown.
I mean, that was an electric drive done mostly on the ground. Kirk, 2 minutes to go, 95 yards in 5 plays.
In the execution from Caleb Williams, Washington's going to have to make some adjustments to try to slow down this plan, because right now, if they don't change, SC will continue to work. That's good as you'll see in the sport.
Johnson tripped up just as he tried to burst through a crease there. Max Williams got a leg, but it's a first down after an 11-yard gain. Under center.
9.
USC going to shift around and respond to this, and not ready for Gillum Johnson. Can they get him? Dive for the pylon. Touchdown, Dylan Johnson. 52 yards. And that pre-snap eye candy cut the Trojans off guard.
Yeah, 9 gets under center and everything changes. And here's the end of the play just to make sure he gets in. It's a foot race with Bullock trying to catch up. I don't think that right foot touched out of bounds. Here's a progressive pylon cam. Check that foot. Goes airborne, gets to the pylon, as you see.
It's a very pass-heavy offense, as you said, one of the most pass-heavy in the country. But
not being that guy, you're standing right there taking it in and seeing that.
Williams, they leave him alone to the keeper. Easy money. Yeah, besides the individual brilliance, making guys better around him with the way he plays the game. It's Jones in the crease. Jones spinning through, not backward hard. That was a physical tackle delivered by Dom Hampton, but it's a first down. Second and 5. They hand it off to Branch. The receiver motioned it, flips it back to Williams. Wide open downfield is Taj Washington, who just walks in. Trickery by the Trojans. Take the lead one more time. 41-yard touchdown.
Well, they get the ball in the hands of Branch, and this defense heard all week. One gets the ball, everybody take him away. He's too fast, he's electrifying. Then he flips it back, gives it to Caleb Williams, and they sneak their best receiver, Taj Washington, down the left sideline. The
down pass for Williams. The first 3 SC scores came on the ground, and for the 4th time tonight, they're up by a touchdown. Because the Trojans were offside on the kickoff, so they begin from the 30 with a play fake on first down. Penix launching, and finally, Jalen Pope goes up and gets it. He's late to the party, makes an impact play for the first time. The number 2 receiver for 32 yards.
Watch this safety right here, Bryson Shaw. He just kind of starts to freelance. There's nobody back there, and you can't do that against Michael Penix.
They run it with Nixon on 3rd and long, and he picks up only about 4. So DeBoer, is he thinking go for it on 4th and about 7?
Yeah, I mean, you call that play to...
Penix, long throw, wide open is Odunze. How do you ignore the all-world wide receiver? It's a 1st and goal.
Well, you do it because your eyes are in the backfield.
Penix from the pocket against 3-man rush. That was easy. Pitch and catch to Jalen Pope, who came alive on that drive. And Washington on the verge of tying this game for the 4th time. Caleb does have a minute 14 to work with, though. So they drop 8 into coverage, and a man still breaks free over the middle. Leader, he'll step into an NFL team and be a leader from day 1, too.
It's impressive.
Backpedaling, they got him with the first down, lost the football, coughed the football up, it was knocked loose by Tupula Fatui, and Washington has a takeaway and a chance to claim the lead before halftime.
Oh, this is the one area of his game, because he's so creative that you worry about. Watch the ball away from his body. Now, he makes a lot of plays, but CTF is able to get his hand on the ball and knock that thing loose. That's the one area. See that ball away from his body?
A chance to take their first lead. Johnson to the edge. Down to the 1. Jalen Bullock made the tackle. No timeout taken yet. Johnson dives in, and the Huskies do cash in the Caleb fumble and take their first lead tonight.
And in a game like this,
half, career high 3 touchdowns, 117 rushing yards for the guy we talked about a lot tonight, the transfer Mississippi State. Here's ZTF creating the opportunity for the Washington with 4 DBs playing like in Inglewood. Williams will be brought down. They didn't have a sack until late in the first half. Had ZTF and Braylon Rice And Washington does make a big defensive play. That man makes it 2nd and 14. Penix plenty of time. Johnson on the edge, breaks a couple tackles out across the 40. They can't get him to the ground.
And I was going to say, I don't know if you really need to have any.
He can move the ball this easily. Tybo Rogers back in the game. They fake it to him. Yep, right across the middle is Jeremy Bernard. Another first down in SC territory.
The timing,
so easy.
Yeah, the timing. How about this? Trips into the boundary up top.
But he's looking the other way.
Yeah.
Lofts it up in the air. A juggling catch by Odunze. Didn't get it cleanly at the top, but it kind of landed in his hands. He beats Damani Jackson.
Damani Jackson's been attacked tonight. They're going after him. Many of Odunze and how big he is at 6'3".
Penix again, 3-man rush down the middle. Just getting a hand on it and deflecting it, and it's picked off. Gentry with that massive wingspan. Got up, got a hand on it, and Roland Wallace picked it off. That's the play SC desperately needed.
Well, there you go. Gentry is 6'6". Coverage, Lincoln Riley as well, making the adjustments.
Williams finds some space in the pocket, finds a man downfield. Taj Washington, as the quarterback, creates again.
Chris, watch the spatial awareness in that pocket. Sometimes being an athlete is just feeling that in the pocket. You don't have to run around and create.
To be born with that.
Absolutely.
So we got the ball. Backpedaling. Spinning free. Avoids a sack yet again and takes off. Makes a cut. And just dances out of bounds inside the 35. It's a first down of the scramble.
They're trying to do everything they can. Bandez, I want you to appreciate what he does. 55. Watch the big fella. He's going to try to chase him down. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Nope, you're not. Little dance around him.
Play fake. Looking to throw for it. And Rice nowhere near the pass there. Jackson was chasing an interesting call on 3rd and 1.
Well,
offense out there for 4th down.
He's got
Jones is the tailback. It's a keeper. Williams running for his life. Fires to the end zone. Jump ball. Touchdown. Rice open that time. Unorthodox, but deadly. Throw out the book, right?
I thought the play was blown up because of Tooley. 4th and 1, he wins. That's a big man, their best defensive lineman, and once again, Caleb Williams avoids the pressure.
You can see the size, the length, the power. He just shoved Jackson away from him.
And better protection in those scenes.
Johnson off the left side. Dylan Johnson with a 3-touchdown first half. Just keeps rolling all the way down inside the 35. Yeah, gap control hasn't really been a thing tonight for either defense.
Yeah, watch
for the game. Will Nixon spells him on this snap. Penix has pressure. That's a rare blitz. Flags in the secondary. Odunze, intended receiver. Solomon Byrd got after Penix that time.
And there's Dean.
There were 2 fouls on the play. Both fouls are against the defense. Pass interference, defense number 16. That penalty is declined. Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense number 51. Low contact, low hit to the quarterback. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
And with Solomon Byrd, let's bring in Bill Lamagna. You don't see this call too often, Bill.
And Bill, he lost his balance. I don't think that was intentional. He lost his footing there.
He lost his balance, but he did thrust into him with a shoulder right into the back of the knee area.
Yeah.
Huskies have been incredibly successful on 3rd down tonight. We talked about the 4 touchdowns on 3rd down plays across the middle. It's Westover, and they get a 1st and goal as a tight end leans down to the 8. More frustration from Grinch.
Loved it.
Tybo Rogers darting down to the 1. You see the acceleration of this emerging running back.
A lot of twitch right there in acceleration.
Penix, what else? Just muscles in, and Washington uses about 3.5 minutes to go 75 yards in 7 plays and reclaim the lead.
Well, why not get behind this offensive line, especially the center Brailsford?
Speaking out, saying a change is needed. Can't go backwards. Keyshawn Johnson joining in that chorus as well. They see what the fans see.
Downfield if the pass doesn't cross the line of scrimmage.
Okay, good.
The hold way downfield spots the ball at the 50. It's a 43-yard gain minus the penalty, and now Mario Williams is loose on the edge, and SC is threatening.
Yeah, just like that.
Well, Tuli Nasenawa, who chased him down, he's got to be sucking wind at this point. And 3rd and 7. Washington gets blocks and gets a first down near the 20.
They go to their
almost all the play clock here. Every bit of it. For the end zone. Back shoulder throw. Touchdown, Mario Williams. What a pitch from Caleb.
Chris, you called it the back shoulder. Defender doesn't see it, secures the ball. The left foot is down.
Williams featured in that drive. 3rd touchdown pass for Williams. He's approaching a 300-yard night. And this game is tied again. Johnson makes a cut. Dylan Johnson just building on the best night of his career. Gentry's got him down, but a 9-yard gain.
How great.
Penix pulls it and shows his strength, muscling for a first down. Damani Jackson collided with him. Which defense can get a stop here in the 4th period, get a break of serve. Penix backpedaling, firing, and Polk was grabbed. Pass interference on Roland Wallace on that deep slant, too, was running free.
Remember you asked me what else can they do, and I said, you mix in a big play or pass interference, and he grabs onto him, grabs onto the hand, prevents him from getting to his spot. That's why they make the call.
Johnson's got it again. Barreling down deep inside the red zone, flirting with 200 yards now. 20 more gets him to 191.
Look at that hole. I mean, it's a great run, and I love Dylan Johnson.
Pressure comes. It's picked up. Penix has time, directing traffic, running out of time, spins and is sacked. Eric Gentry makes his 2nd big play tonight.
Well, that's coverage.
From 43 to go back on top. And he knocks it through. So, 12 touchdowns. About time for a field goal. 40. So, SC down 3. Plenty of time to work with. Hand it off to Raleigh Brown. He's slippery and shifty and squirts for about 14.
Man coverage.
Huskies bring it. Ball quickly out. And it's Taj Washington reacting well. Got open. He stopped a yard short of the marker.
Oh, he sees
Jones is the back. Jones has got it. Hurdles the line for a first down. Austin Jones rambling deep into Washington territory. No pressure. Ball quickly in the hands of Singer. Singer with flags flying, still running. Actually, it's Taj Washington into the end zone. There's a couple of flags down. This one's going to come back, I think.
Walking downfield, but he grabbed on to Elijah Jackson.
Offense number 19. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
Now, this young freshman, 6'6", 225, great baseball player I hear as well from Harold Reynolds, but far right, big physical guy. See the jersey right there, grabbing onto it.
Huskies back out of the pressure, and now the pocket collapsing. This time Caleb Williams cannot escape. Dropped way behind the line, a huge loss. Tuduofi got him.
Movement here frees him to be able to come around the edge. You know, he's a defensive tackle that can play defensive end. He just doesn't give up on the play. I mean, Caleb Williams obviously has an advantage, and when he sees that pressure,
to go on a long march and perhaps secure the game if they can reach the end zone. Johnson on the pitch. Gets the drive started with a big chunk play. It's a foot race. Dylan Johnson finally shoved out of bounds at the 35. But this is a massive night for the former Mississippi State Bulldog. 53 more.
Watch the blocks by center out here. A great block on the outside by Jalen Polk right there too. 73 gets out there. All the receivers and Dylan Johnson having a night you can dream about.
We're in the fringe field goal range right now for Gross on third down. Throw near the marker. I think Giles Jackson will come up a yard short. They're signaling first down. The players are, but the officials will spot it short. Dan Antonetti, replay official.
After review, the receiver made the line to gain. It'll be first down at the 27.5-yard line.
I'll tell you, Bill, without that, it's not as easy.
Yeah.
Without that tool,
The look for
up 3.
Execution and game management equally important here. Giles Jackson. It's Jackson with a catch and another first down.
Forget the run game at Dylan Johnson.
There he is, Johnson, around the end, diving out of bounds. Stopped about a yard and a half short of the goal line by Fagans. Quickly to the line. Johnson, touchdown number 4. 91-yard drive. Flawless execution. And the Huskies have Caleb in a deep hole now.
Yeah, when in doubt, you consider balancing out this Husky attack because it's not just his passing game.
One of the most pass-heavy offenses in the country has rushed for 319 yards tonight. 256 by that man.
Doing whatever he can for this team as anybody.
No doubt, but he knows it's a big stage.
Sure.
Watching another short catch, they'll move the sticks. Clock stops momentarily.
And with Caleb Williams with 2.
5 receivers to choose from. Huskies show pressure. It's picked up. Brown dragged down. It'll be fourth down. Actually lost a yard. Goforth tackled him. The clock is stopped. Williams got to have 4. And incomplete. Throw was wide and low. Intended for Washington, and Washington is going to come to the Coliseum. The first visit here since 2015 and hand USC a 3rd loss and a 2nd in the conference.
And a matchup and a Pac-12 championship on a Friday night.
Oh, I can imagine. I'm thinking about it since we're up in Seattle.
Me too. That would be one of the best games of the year. Already was the first one.
Caleb Williams, a competitor to the end, did have a crucial fumble in this game. It was a big play as he gave the Huskies a short field, but he throws for 312 and 3 touchdowns. What a duel. 2 very special quarterbacks, 2 very talented offenses, 2 defenses that have been challenged all season, and the chorus of discontent in Los Angeles about this SC defense, Kirk. The fact is it's just going to grow louder and louder as Washington gains 572 tonight. 2 offensive heroes for the Huskies.